account is currently on grand total of. Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today is episode 10, I'm pretty sure, of the 10 to £1,000 Forex trading challenge. This week has been very profitable. We've gone up another large percentage on the account. Last week we went from around £213 to £260, I'm pretty sure, around that region. We traded a bit of gold and Euro JPY, as you know, my favourite pairs to trade, and this week we've been trading gold again. As I said in the previous video, that gold was going to continue dropping, and it did. We dropped around 750, 800 pips total, and might even see another drop into next week. So in this video I'm going to show you what pairs I'm looking out for next week, the setups I'm likely looking to enter, and obviously go over the profit I've made this week. So yeah, we have been scalping gold a little bit this week. As you know, big moves, if you did get in on them, then you've made a lot of profit this week on your account, maybe even some large percentages, especially with that gold. It was very high risk to reward. I think I had like 55 pips stop with around 800 pips take profit. And yeah, we have actually been using very large lot sizes on the account, around a 0.1, and the account was on 260, so you know we're being very risky. But these setups are very high probability, and been looking out for them for weeks and weeks, as you've probably seen on the series. The only pair we actually traded this week was gold. Big moves, as I said, and we made a nice £24 in the first set of trades. That was just a little scalp when gold started to pull back around to the 1810 area. As you know, it dropped down to 1800 and we saw a nice pullback, and we made a nice £24 on that little move there. And then gold pushed back down again and started ranging, and we made a nice £23 on that little drop back down there. Because we're using these bigger lot sizes, we don't actually have to catch a big move to make a decent amount of profit. As you know, we've made around £50 this week, but that is a very large percentage of the account, as we're only using a small account. This week we are actually up around 19% to 20% on the account, and this is just basically from risking more. I'm trying to get the challenge done quicker, and we are actually on £308 in the account. So we're up around 2,900% total from when we started it a month or so ago. So it's very good gains so far on the account. And hopefully this week we see some more gold moves with obviously the fundamentals which are coming out, NFP next week. So we could see some big moves happening on gold and the dollar pairs. And as you know, gold has been crazy this week, following on from the vaccine news. We saw that massive drop and now a pullback into a bit of consolidation, which we'll look at on the charts in a minute. So yeah, let's go and see what setups we're looking at this week. Okay, so we're on the charts now, and before we actually go through the trades we took and the ones we're looking at taking, be sure to follow my Instagram. It's on the screen now. Join my VIP channel. If you message me on Instagram, I'll tell you more info on that. We have actually got a course dropping soon, which includes mentoring and stuff like that. So if you're interested in that, let me know on Instagram. Just show if you are interested, as it's something that we can put a lot of time into and grow with the channel. So what we're looking at here is gold. As you know, if you've seen my last video, we did actually call this gold drop around 800 pips in the last 10 to £1,000 episode. And what we saw here was when gold hit this area down here, we had this area of support which gold couldn't actually break through. So we had this area here. And once gold dropped, I think I made a little bit of profit trading around this area, just scalping little positions on lower time frames, and that's how we made our £50 this week. £50 is £47, you know, around that sort of area. And then we actually created this ascending channel where we had higher lows and higher highs in this consolidation region here of a ranging market. And as you know, what happens when we break out is we get another impulsive move. So we broke out of this ascending channel, and this is where you could have looked for more sell positions when you broke out of this. And as you see, we had a massive bearish candle, which was another 300 pips. So in total, this move would have been around 900 to 1,000 pips or so if you did actually enter this position when I mentioned it. As I mentioned in the last video, easy profit if you actually traded this. And yeah, we'll be looking for gold to pull back, maybe to this support area, which was in the past now a resistance area, as you probably know, which held very, very well. And we haven't actually been to this area in a while. So we'll be interested to see how price actually reacts from this massive drop. Maybe we see another impulsive drop after this pullback, maybe a little bit of consolidation on the open tonight. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, and I will let my VIP students know what I'm thinking about these pairs. The next one we're going to look at is Euro JPY. As you see here, what we had was, when we entered Euro JPY before, we entered a sell here after this break and retest of the support. We broke down to this level which I had drawn out previously, which was our take profit. Price bounced off that take profit and started pushing up ever since. And yeah, we are bullish at the moment. We do actually have this area of resistance up here where price hasn't actually been able to break above. We've seen little wicks above it, but we haven't actually been able to close above here. So this could be a key level which we're looking for price to either reject again or break and retest before looking for an entry. But yeah, we'll just see how price reacts to that level in Euro JPY before we even look at entering a position on that. If we look at pound Aussie dollar, what you see here is as price started to consolidate in this area here again, we did actually break this level, and we are now pushing down to this area of support which we had in the past, as you see our old positions here. So yeah, this area was tested multiple times in the past as support, and now a support, as you see these heavy rejections on the 1 hour. The sellers are actually losing a bit of control here, so we could see a reversal, as you see these very indecisive candles. So now we could see a bullish move back up to this area here, and we could look for a nice 100 pip trade up here on GBP AUD, with stops just below this area around 30 pips, then 100 pip take profit. You're looking at a 1 to 3 risk to reward on this pair. So if you do actually capitalize on this, yeah, it's a very nice setup here, and yeah, you can make a nice 3% if this trade actually plays out to the plan. We're also looking at GBP JPY. As you know, very nice pair to trade, nice amount of volatility. As you see, we had this area of resistance up here, create a double top, and then a drop down. This pair, as you see, if we extend this support out, which is previously a resistance, we could see price fall down to this level, and then obviously we'll see what happens there. But if we do see this move down, it would be a nice around 130 pip drop. So it'll be interesting to see what price does on the open. As you see, we did have a bit of consolidation around this area in the past. There was actually a resistance, as you see, resistance, and a support here around this area. So we will draw a line out here, so we know that there could be some rejections and maybe a reversal around this area. It's good to look out for if you draw on these key zones which have acted as support and resistance in the past, because in the future or currently they can start acting as key levels once again. But yeah, we'll mainly be looking at gold this week. As you know, increased volatility because of all the fundamentals that are coming out, and gold is a very volatile pair anyway. So as you see, we've had a lot of bearish power, so we could see the bulls take over this week and see another push back up. I am long-term bullish on gold. Look for buys around the lower areas. We can actually hold it long-term, position trading to the 2000 area, 2100, and maybe even see it push further than that. Obviously, we'll see how it plays out, because there's so much uncertainty in the markets currently, as you probably know, all the news that's coming out. But yeah, we'll just play it by what we see in the markets and not what we feel. As you know, it's all about what's actually going on in the markets, how price reacts to certain areas. And as you see, gold has been very, very bearish since the 23rd of November, where we saw this massive sell-off last week, and it's just continued down after this pullback and consolidation. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, and I will let you know what we see on this pair. But hopefully this week we can get the account up to, let's say, 400 is our target for the end of the next episode. But if you did enjoy this video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.